back to my channel. So today I have a Korean lip tint video to share with you guys. I am going to do a small review and swatch for this video, and I decided to do this video because I thought this would be really helpful for someone who is starting off with Korean makeup especially, and there is a lot of Korean lip tints out there, so it can be a little bit overwhelming sometimes, so I thought this would be helpful. And the lip tints that I have are one of the more popular lip tints that Korea Cosmetics has to offer. So I thought I would share with you guys, and these are just one of the ones that I bought when I first started off with Korean makeup as well. I haven't purchased any more lip tints because I haven't purchased Korean makeup anymore because ordering online is a hassle for me, so I just don't do it anymore. But anyways, I hope this video will be helpful. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below. And my vlog channel will be linked down below, so make sure you do check it out. And without further ado, let's go. I have everything over here. I wrote down what I thought about it. I'll be talking about the color, the dryness, and the longevity of the lip tint. And the one that I'm going to share with you guys first is this one. This is the Face Shop Milky Moisture Tint in number 1 Strawberry Pink. And this one is my least favorite. It has a creamy consistency. It smells really floral. And what I don't like about this is my least favorite one, is because the color payoff is really bad. It doesn't really have any color whatsoever, which is why I don't like it. But it is one of the more moisturizing lip tints that I have. So for color, I give it no stars. I will be rating these from 1 to 5. 1 being the least favorite, 5 being the best. And I give no star to this for color. For dryness, I give it a 4 star, and longevity, I give it no star too, because there's no color, so there's pretty much no longevity because there's no color to begin with. So for me, I don't really like it. I would say pass down on this product. Couple of lip tints that I'm going to share with you guys, I think personally is all really good. There's just only the Face Shop one that I wouldn't recommend because the color is just not there. But all the other lip tints I would highly recommend for you guys. So the next lip tint I'm going to talk about is this Innisfree Flower Tint. Yes. And I have the color Marigold, and overall I would give this lip tint a 3 for color, 3 for dryness, and 3 for longevity. This lip tint I don't go for as often or at all. Actually, I don't use this ever because of the color. It doesn't match my skin tone. It looks like a really bright orange color, but on my lips it looked more like a really pale, muted, like orangey, yellowy color, and it does not look pretty with my skin tone, so I don't reach for this at all. But the product itself is a alright product. It's not bad, but it's not like spectacular or anything like that. So I guess you can try it out if you just have a lot of lip tints and you want something new that you haven't tried before, then maybe you can give it a try. But for me, it's just the color isn't that good, but the product itself is alright. So I would say I would recommend this product overall. Lip tint. This is the Peri Para Water Tint, and I have a color Candy Juice number 5. And for the color, I would give it a 5 star. Dryness will be 1 star, and the longevity will be a 4 star. So this tint is completely liquid, as you can see. It's really liquidy. The color is really nice. I personally really like the color, and I wear this quite often, not all the time, because it is a little bit dry on the lips. But I don't mind it because you can just put lip balm on top. What I like about this is that it really does stain your lips. So it lasts on your lips for a really long time. Even after eating, I can still see a little bit of the color on my lips. And a lot of the other lip tints that I tried, the color just comes off after I eat, but this does leave a small stain, which I really like about that. And also, unlike other lip tints, this lip tint tends to dry on my lips the fastest because it is liquidy water consistency, and other lip tints are more like gel or creamy consistency. So this is really fast. If you're in a hurry, you can just put this on and it will dry really quickly, and you can put on lip balms and you're good to go. So I really like this and I would recommend this product. Product I'm going to talk about are these Etude Dear Darling tints. I have this one. Let me check out the color. Okay, the red one right here. I have it in the color Real Red. It's number 2. And then this one is the Dear Darling tint Neon. I can't pronounce it correctly. Neon line. Okay, that sounds really weird, but anyways. This one is the number 1 Neon Orange, and overall, the color, I will give it a 5. Dryness, I will give it a 1. Lasting, I will give it a 3. So the color payoff of these lip tints are great. They are really pigmented, especially the red one. And the orange one, like I said, I don't reach as often because it is just a very like light, muted, orangey, yellowy color that does not suit my skin tone at all. I had a phase that I used a lot, as you can see, but I would overall recommend the red one more because the color is really nice and it's really suitable for a lot of people and a lot of skin tones. So these lip tints are pretty drying. These are one of the most drying lip tints, and it does feel like your like moisture from your lips is completely sucked out when you apply this, which isn't that, you know, pleasant. But I usually just apply lip balm on top, so overall I think they're okay. But because the color is so nice and the longevity is alright with these, I would still recommend it, but just be aware that they are pretty drying. And the longevity of these, I gave it a 3 because they kind of flakes on your lips, and when they dry and when you wear it for a little bit, they kind of cracks on your lips. So when you smile, you can see the cracks a little bit and they kind of flake off your lips, which is a pretty big downside, but it doesn't happen all the time, for me at least. It happens sometimes when my lips is just extremely dry, but if you exfoliate your lips and apply a good amount of lip balm, I'm pretty sure it'll be fine because it doesn't happen all the time. But just be aware that that might happen to you as well. But overall, I would recommend these. They're really nice, and they're very affordable Korean lip tints as well. I'll be talking about the Tony Moly Tony Delight tint, and I have the color number 1, which is Cherry Pink. Yes, so for the color, I'll give it a 5-star, dryness a 2, lasting a 3. So the color of this is so pigmented. This is one of like the most pigmented lip tints I have. I think the Tony Moly and the Etude House Dear Darling tints are pretty similar, but this one is a little bit more pigmented. And this one is not as drying as the Etude House one. It is still drying because I gave it a 2-star, I believe. Yes, I gave it a 2-star, so it's not as dry as the Etude House one. But same goes with this one because it's so pigmented and because it is more on the drier and gel consistency of lip tints. It does kind of flake and cracks on your lips if your lips are dry. I'm going to talk about, this is the Tony Moly Kiss Lover Light Tint. I have the number 1 light pink. So for the color, I'll give it a 5. Dryness, I give it a 2. Lasting, I'll give it a 4, like 3.5. Yeah, 3.5. So the color of this is really nice. It is very pigmented as well, and it's a really bright hot pink color, which I love. Dryness, it is a little bit drying, but it's definitely not as bad as the Tony Moly Delight tint or the Etude House Dear Darling Tints. This is much less drying, but you can definitely feel a little bit of tightness on your lips, but lip balm, of course, fixes it all. So for the lasting, I'll give it a 3.5/4 because it really depends for me sometimes. I like it because it does not flake off your lips like the Tony Moly and the Etude House one does, but this doesn't really last after eating. It does leave a little bit of stains, so it is a overall, I think the lasting power is pretty good for a lip tint. Lip tint I'm going to talk about, these are the Innisfree Eco Fruits tint. I have the number Cherry Tint, number 1, and number 2 Orange Tint. There's only 2 colors and I have both of them. And the color, I'll give it a 5. Dryness, I give it a 4. Lasting power, I give it a 4 as well. Overall, these are one of my favorite lip tints. I really do like these. This orange one especially, usually orange doesn't look that good on me, but because this is like a reddish orange color, it looks really nice on my skin tone and it complements my skin tone a lot. And this one is a pinkish cherry color and it's more red than pink, which I really like because sometimes a full-on red lip tint is a little bit too much for me. I don't want that, but sometimes I don't want pink as well. So this is a really nice color, and the dryness of these, they're not really that dry at all. But I still do put on lip balm on top. I put on lip balm on top of every lip tints because lip tints just have a tendency to be a little bit drier. But overall, I don't feel that much dryness on these, and which is a good thing. And lasting power, these does last pretty long. I do have to say though, they do kind of flake as well, just a tiny bit. They're not as dramatic as the Etude House one, at least on me. But they do kind of flake, but they do last too. Like after eating, I can still see the color, and it does leave a really nice stain on your lips. Just the flaking a little bit sometimes, it's not all the time for me. So overall, these are like one of my favorite lip tints that I own, and I use these pretty often. On to my favorite lip tint, and this is also the first lip tint I have ever tried. This is the Etude House Fresh Cherry Tint in number PK002. For the color, I give it a 5. Dryness, I give it a 4. Lasting power, I also give it a 4. So I don't know, for me this does not feel drying at all, but I have heard reviews that this is like one of the most drying lip tints ever, but for me this is not drying at all. So the color of this is so pretty. It's a really bright hot pink color, and it's more of a creamy consistency. And dryness, like I said, I don't feel anything. I don't feel like it's drying at all. And lasting power, it doesn't flake at all, and it does last a really long time. Even after eating, it leaves a really pretty stain on your lips, and it stays there, which I really appreciate because it wears down really beautifully, and I really love it. And the packaging is really pretty too. And I do recommend this. If you guys are like completely new in Korean lip tints, this would be the lip tint that I recommend because this is my favorite one, and I really do love this. Much into this video. I hope you guys enjoyed and have found this helpful, because I think this would be pretty helpful when I first started out with Korean makeup, because I just bought whatever that was most popular. I didn't really know much about it. So I hope this gave you a little bit more idea about the lip tints that I showed you. And of course, these are not going to be the same for you as it is for me. You might hate the cherry tints that I love so much from Etude House, or you might love the lip tints that I don't like as much. So it really depends. It's really personal. So this just gives you a little bit of idea of what I thought about it, and hopefully it will be helpful. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!